Salutations, friends. For story time today, we're going to read a book called Mouse Count. Now, last week we talked a lot about the first letter in this title. The first letter in this title is M. Do you remember how to make the sound for the letter M? You suck your lips in so you can't see them, and you make a humming sound. Mmm. Mouse Count. Now on the front cover of Mouse Count, I see 3 little mice. 1, 2, 3. And I see a snake. The author of this book is Ellen Stahl Walsh. The author is the person who wrote the words or the text. Now if I look on the back cover, I see what I think is the rest of that snake. Ellen Walsh is also the illustrator. Say illustrator. Good. The illustrator is the person who creates the pictures. And sometimes, friends, you need to open up that book, open up the spine, and look at the front cover and the back cover together. If you do that, you'll see that yes, that back cover has part of the snake on it. Let's see what happens in this fiction book, Mouse Count. One fine day, some mice played in the meadow. They were careful to watch for snakes. So we've got mice. That means more than one mouse. And meadow. There's another M word. Meadow is a big field of grass. And there's a whole bunch of mice in this illustration. Shall we count them? Let's count them. Get your counting finger out. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is way back there. But there are 10 little mice on this page. But when the mice got sleepy, they forgot about snakes, and they all took naps. All right, look at the illustration. There they are, playing. But then they start to fall asleep. These 3 mice have already fallen asleep. All right, so we have some mice playing in a meadow, being careful to look for snakes. Why were they being careful to look for snakes? While they slept, a hungry snake went looking for dinner. On his way, he found a nice big jar. Now it's kind of hard to see the jar in this illustration. I'm going to hold it up close. Do you see these lines here? That's the jar. He found a little jar and he said, I will fill this jar with dinner. Oh, okay. So the snake is going to put his dinner inside the jar. I wonder what he's going to have for dinner. It wasn't long before he found 3 mice, little, warm, and tasty, fast asleep. First I will count them, and then I will eat them up, said the snake. Mouse count. 1. Uh-oh. Do you see he picked up the little mouse and he put it in his jar? And if you use your eagle eye, you can see that the mouse woke up. I see his eye is open. Uh-oh. How many mice are in the jar right now? 1. 1 mouse. Oh dear. But then there are 2. Then there are 3. He dropped them into the jar, but he was very hungry. 3 mice were not enough. We know that word not right? Show me not. We know that. Soon he found 4 more mice, little, warm, and tasty, fast asleep, and he counted them. Now here he is adding. He already had 3. 1, 2, 3. He's adding 1 more. So now he has 4. 4 mice. Then he keeps counting. 5, 6. Do you see him adding another mouse? Oh my goodness. Then 7. But the snake was very, very hungry, and 7 mice were not enough. At last he found 3 more mice, little, warm, and tasty, fast asleep, and he counted them. Now the last count he had 7. What number comes next? 8. Then 9. Now he has 9 mice in his jar. His set of mice is getting bigger. And then after 9, he added 10. 10 mice. And he said, 10 mice are enough. Now I'm going to eat you up, little, warm, and tasty, said the snake. Oh my heavens. Do you see him wrapped around the jar? And the mice are trapped inside. What's going to happen to the mice? What do you think is going to happen to the mice? What do you predict? Wait, said one of the mice. The jar isn't full yet. And look at that big mouse over there. Do you see this? The little mouse is talking to the snake, and the snake was very greedy. Do you know what greedy means? It means he wants more. So he hurried off to get the big mouse. This little mouse said, get that one over there. So off goes the snake. Is there really a big mouse over there? Or is the mouse trying to trick the snake? While the snake was gone, the mice started rocking the jar this way and that way, this way and that way. Do you see how the illustrator has it kind of tilted up there? The mice are rocking the jar side to side. Why do you think they're doing that? Boom! Over it went. Do you see how it fell over on its side? And all the mice came out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The set of mice inside the jar is going down. 3, 2, 1. The little mice uncounted themselves and ran home. Uncounting means they're counting down. Now, when we usually count, we count up. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But they were counting backwards or down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They were getting smaller and smaller. Okay, now let's think about the story here. We've got 10 mice that got out of the jar. The snake is somewhere trying to find that big mouse. What's going to happen next? Well, the snake reached the big mouse, but it wasn't a big mouse. It was just a cold, hard rock. And when he got back, the jar was empty. Empty means there's nothing in there, no mice. And what do we say if there's nothing there? We say 0. Show me 0. 0 mice in the jar. And then guess what? The story ends, the words end, and there's one illustration left, and it shows a little mouse dancing on a rock. Do you think that's the mouse that tricked the snake? That's what Miss Hilaire thinks. We don't really know because there's no words, there's no text on this page. So you sort of have to think up your own ending to this story. I like this book called Mouse Count. It's a good story about counting. It's a good story, period. Hey, right now I know we can't all go into libraries and check out books very easily, but you can get on the internet with mommy's permission and find stories online. There's a lot of good stories online, friends, where you can watch other people read books to you. Maybe you'll even see a different story where somebody else reads Mouse Count. Check it out, okay? Good listening, my friends.